Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then thank you so much for joining us, and if not, then welcome back. So today we're building in the world of San Sequoia. Once again, I know I said that I would stay away from San Sequoia and I would start building other places, but I have just been loving this world so much, and I think it's honestly to do with the lighting. I absolutely love the lighting on these lots. It's just so pretty and it's so bright and it just looks good. So I have came back to San Sequoia and I am building another community lot. And the reason I say another is because if you don't know, I did recently build a beach resort, which is down as a pool, I believe. I put it down as a pool lot. I did recently build that over on my channel, so if you want to check that out, then please feel free. But yeah, so this is the second lot I am building, and this is a cafe. And it is, well, I called it a greenhouse cafe because it has a lot of windows, it's got a lot of plants, and yeah, it just gave me like greenhouse vibes. Now you'll notice that I did add a lot of plants outside, and you'll see that I didn't actually like show me putting them down. That is because I do end up getting rid of them and replacing them with different plants, because I feel like this cafe is definitely very modern. It's giving me very modern, like eco vibes. So I kind of felt like it didn't make sense to have this many plants outside. It just looked a little bit too much, like a little bit too much crowding. So yeah, I do end up changing that for some more modern looking shrubbery, but you will see that in a little bit. Now with this build, there's a few sections to it. So there is an upstairs that I end up doing a little bit later on, because at this point I didn't realize that I wanted an upstairs, so I do that a little bit later. But this little bit I'm doing right now is supposed to be the kind of bar area, so where your Sims would go and like maybe have some alcohol. And then there's a little area outside, and that ends up being the entertainment area. So I end up building like a little stage, and it's got some instruments and a little mic. So your Sims can go up there and they can hire a comedian. That's what I was doing. I don't know if that's something that came with the Get Famous pack or if it's always a thing, but I kept like hiring comedians to come around so that, you know, the Sims would sit outside and it would be really cute. And I'd put like candles on the table, and I just constantly had celebrities in this lot just like walking around. I had Sims like passing out because they were fangirling over all of these like celebrities. And I actually haven't really played with Get Famous, so this was kind of fun. I was actually quite, I don't know, I was actually having quite a bit of fun just like hiring the comedians and yeah. But yeah, that does tie into what I'm about to say, which is I did fully playtest this build and it is fully functional. Everything seems to work. It does seem like the Sims prefer to stay on the lower level, so they don't go up to the top as much, but obviously if you tell them to go up to the top, they will. I think they just prefer to go down the bottom because, I don't know, I guess maybe because that's where the ordering station is, like the countertop. Maybe that's why they prefer to do that. I have no idea. But yeah, they do seem to go on the bottom more often, and they also don't tend to go outside unless there's a comedian out there, as I said. So that's why I was kind of hiring one. I wanted to see if everything kind of worked outside. But yeah, so I do want to say that at this point in time, I didn't actually realize I was going to do a like 2-story build. So that's why I said I do add the second story a little bit later, because at this point I was looking at it and I wasn't loving it. Like I wasn't really obsessed with it. I actually didn't even want to post it at this point. I was like, oh, I kind of want to just stop building. I feel like it's not that good, but I did keep going, and yeah, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do a second level. It might look good, it might not, and I think it looks so much better, and I'm so glad that I did add that second level. But yeah, I did call this a greenhouse cafe because I feel like it gives me greenhouse vibes. It's got loads of windows, and that is nothing to do with the new kit that's coming out, by the way. I have just realised that the new kit is to do with greenhouses. It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with the new kit. But what are you guys thinking about the new kit? Speaking of, I did do a video on my channel where I kind of give my opinion on the kits and say what I think they're going to include and what I think of them and stuff like that. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, then please do if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, let me know what you think about the two kits that are coming out. If you don't know, we are getting a greenhouse kit and we're also getting a basement treasures kit, which is like lots of basement clutter. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what people are gonna do with it and see what people are gonna build. But yeah, so back to the build, I'm just adding lots of fairy lights. I knew that I wanted to add these, and this was when I discovered that not only is there fairy lights, which I already knew, but see the pole, like the pole that the lights are hanging from. I didn't realize that that was a separate object that you could use. I had no idea. Like I used to sit and I would have to strategically place the lights like inside each other so that they wouldn't clip or anything like that. And now I'm discovering that there is literally a separate pole to do that with. And yeah, if you didn't know that, then you're welcome. But I didn't know that. No one told me. No one told me. But yeah, I'm doing the little bar area right now. I feel like it's super sweet. I really like the idea of a bar area. It just like, I don't know, it just seemed really cute, and it's just a little bit different than like having, because on the inside there's loads of just tables on the inside. So I thought this was a little bit different because it's like the stools and instead. I think I do put like one stool on the inside, but yeah. Now this little area here, so cute, one of my favorite parts. The idea, I know this is like not something you can really do, but the idea I was thinking was that this little area here is like the reserved section, or it's for like birthdays and stuff. So that's like the nice little reserved section for birthdays, and like, yeah, they would book that section out. I thought that was really nice. And then I added in all of these little tables. I tried to kind of mismatch the chairs. So there's like different amounts on different tables. You can obviously change it if you want to have like a 4-seater or like a 2-seater somewhere. But yeah, this is when I think it's now, I decided to expand and add the little like what's it called, like stage area, yeah, with all the with all the restaurants, with all the instruments. Sorry, my brain is going like a million miles per hour. Okay, I don't do that just yet, but I do the bathroom right now. I forgot. I feel like I've just forgotten like the order I done everything in. But yeah, I did do some 2 little cute bathrooms because of course that is something that you need to have on these lots, and there's nothing worse than like your sim needing a toilet and things like that, and there's no access. So this is me doing the bathrooms, and I don't show it in the speed build, but I did end up later on, it'll be in the screenshots at the end, I do end up adding a changing table. It's the changing table that just hangs on the wall because I know that infants obviously need changing tables and so do toddlers. And yeah, I just didn't want anything to be like a big hassle or anything like that. There's also multiple bins like all around the place, so that shouldn't be a problem. Like with the dirty nappies, you should be able to just drag them into the bins. But yeah, I did add that, and also something I didn't include is I add some high chairs as well, because yeah, I just thought that would also be helpful, especially if you don't want like your Sims to just put the child on the ground, because I know that they do that. I know that because when I play tested it, they kept putting the kid on the ground, and I was like, please stop putting the baby on the ground. But yeah, I just want to take this moment to say that if you are enjoying the video and you're not subscribed, please make sure to. I really appreciate it. And if you want to turn on the notifications so that you know, are alerted every time I upload a video, that is completely up to you as well. But yeah, I also want to say that I have all of my links in my description. I have a link tree that has my Discord that you can join, also my Twitter and my Instagram and stuff like that, where I sometimes post work in progress photos, sometimes I post like just finished builds, sometimes I just post some random stuff. So yeah, if you want to check any of that out, then please feel free. But this little bit of footage did actually cut out, which was really annoying. I I don't know, I feel like when people used to say that when I used to watch videos, I was like, "Oh, you're just lying." But no, like, now that I do YouTube, I realize that footage cuts out so much more than you think. But yeah, it did cut out. I was basically just furnishing the inside, and I added, like, I think I just added, like, a few pictures and then a few tables and chairs. So it's nothing too crazy. You didn't miss out on too much. But we're now doing the outside, and this is where I do the little stage area, and it's so sweet. I don't think I add the instruments until later on, because at this point I just put a microphone up there because I don't know, I just wasn't really focusing on it at this point in time. But I did end up going back, adding some instruments. I've noticed, and this is really annoying, but whenever the comedian is there on stage, the Sims just decide to gather around and, like, stand. Like, they don't sit in the chairs that are provided for them. They just stand. They just stand next to him, and I'm like, oh, I say him. I had a few. I had, like, some girl and guy comedians come round, and one of them was a woman, and the Sims kept passing out. That's the one that the Sims kept passing out over. I was like, calm down, guys. I was just trying to, like, playtest it. I was trying to get, like, good photos and, like, good gameplay, like, videos, and they just kept fainting. I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, I'll do it another time. I'll do it another time. Now, I do want to say this because there is a clip at the end of the video, and it is the Grim Reaper dancing on stage. And I want to tell you exactly why the Grim Reaper is there. So when I playtested this build, I was playing with the Michelson family. If you don't know, that's the family that came with the new Growing Together pack. And it consists of a mum, a dad, and then 2 kids. And I was just playing with the mum and dad because I playtested with the infant and then I sent them to daycare, and then the child was at home. So I was just playtesting with the mum and the dad, and it was going great. I had their needs, like, I enabled their need decay so that it wouldn't go down, and they stayed in the restaurant for, like, I think a night, like maybe like a 24 hours, because I needed it to turn daytime for the footage that I wanted. And somehow they both burned to death, one after the other, and I have no idea why this happened. I have no idea. I don't know why they burnt to death. So that is why there's a Grim Reaper dancing at the end of this video. But I did make sure to get rid of the urns. So if you do download this, there shouldn't be any urns. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about that, because I was like, this is going to be terrible if people download this and then their Sims are, like, grieving over these, like, 2 urns. So I made sure to get rid of them. But something to note, not that my cafe is going to kill your Sims, but I don't even know what happened. I don't, because it was summertime and my Sims were both in their summer outfits and they still died, and I have no idea why. Like, I can't even, I don't know, I can't even think of, like, a logical explanation why that would have happened. And then I played with another Sim, and I believe her name is Hallie, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to play with her now because the other ones, you know. And pretty much she almost ended up also dying, and I tried my best to, like, figure out what was wrong. Like, I had her go inside and I had her, like, change her clothes even though she was already wearing summer outfits, and she was fine. She was fine. She managed to cool down. But the other Sims was just so confusing. They weren't even outside when they died. Like, they were inside. They were completely sheltered. It was just, it was so crazy. But yeah, that is just something to note. I don't know, maybe that's put you off. Maybe that's made you think, oh, I don't want to go there because my Sims are gonna die. They aren't. They aren't gonna die. Okay, just do not have them stay there for 24 hours because I don't think it goes well. But yeah, no, as you can see, I have added that second layer. Yeah, like second, you know, the second story. And I created a little balcony. I thought that was just so cute, and I also kept the solar panels because I loved the way that looked and I didn't want to get rid of it. And this is me adding the stairs, and I actually think the stairs work really, really nicely there, so that's where I kept them. And I end up putting up some posters and I stick them on the windows next to the staircase, which aren't there at the moment, but I thought that was a really nice touch as well. I believe the posters are from, what is that kit called? Is it Cool Kitchen Stuff? Yeah, because I always want to say Cool Kitchen Kit, but I'm pretty sure it's a stuff pack. Cool Kitchen Stuff. So yeah, you'll see that. And I do end up putting these little like leafy curtains absolutely everywhere. I just felt like it worked so nicely with this build, so hopefully you do like it. But these are the little posters that I'm talking about, and I just stick them all along the windows. I put like 5, I think, because there's like 5 windows. But yeah, this is pretty much the build and what it ends up looking like. So I just want to say, if you did enjoy, then thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think, and if you download it, definitely make sure to send me some pictures. And yeah, just thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one.